So this year for interim, we decided to go to Morocco. Both Rhea and I have never been there, so we just wanted to really dive right into a culture we weren't familiar with, try all the food, meet all the people, and it was a hit.
It was a great time.
So, during lunch in Casablanca, I got the fried fish and it came with a side of rice and some veggies and it was really, really good. I think the fish was like merlin or something, but it was way too big, so I could only eat like maybe 3/4 of it at most. But if you are in Morocco and you have the chance to get fish, get this fish.
I, on the other hand, got the kebabs, or skewers as they were more commonly called in Morocco. Most of the meat was either fish or lamb, which worked really well with my personal palate because I don't eat beef. There were 6 skewers and they came with a side of rice and french fries, which I thought was really great because I also love french fries. For dessert, I got flan because I thought it would be really similar to a caramel custard type dessert, and it was. I thought it was really yum because it was super jiggly and it wasn't too sweet, which is what I really liked about it.
So for dessert, I got the Panna Cotta, and I can honestly say this was the only disappointing thing I ate while I was in Morocco. And for the appetizer, I would always get this soup called a harissa soup. It has lentils, it has chickpeas. It's really, really healthy and just delicious in general.
That day, I had a Moroccan staple, chicken tagine, which is cooked in a tagine, so like it's kind of like a clay pot.
If you can't eat meat like I can't, trust me, you are not missing out on the Moroccan tagine, because there's always a veggie one, there's a fish one, there's one for everybody basically. So that night I had a veggie tagine, and honestly at this restaurant it was the best one I had.
For dessert, both Hanna and I got orange with cinnamon. It sounds like a very unique pairing, and it doesn't sound like it would be tasty, but it was so good. The orange was super fresh and the cinnamon wasn't too bitter, but it wasn't too sweet either. So overall, the combination was really perfect for a late night in Marrakesh.
So every morning we'd have a pretty elaborate spread of breakfast items, and there would always be a general like French baguette, and also they would put out this like Moroccan flatbread, which is kind of similar to a roti prata, but it's crunchier and it feels a lot healthier.
We would have squares of what tasted like pound cake. It was amazing. As a appetizer or a palate cleanser, no matter where we went, we would always be served bread and olives.
So once again, I got the harissa soup, and it was still delicious. If you think you've had couscous before going to Morocco, you're wrong, because the couscous in Morocco tastes like fluffy clouds of deliciousness, and paired with really fresh vegetables like potatoes, carrots, and beans, it's just to die for.
Here the skewers were only chicken and lamb, which was once again great for me. And the best part about the skewers was actually the side salad, because there was kind of a mint chutney which tasted really, really good.
So with basically every meal and every person's house that we visited, we would get mint tea. And let me tell you, the mint tea in Morocco cannot be replicated anywhere else. You would think it'd be really bitter and kind of spicy like toothpaste, but no. It tastes like a dessert. It tastes so good.
For dessert, both Hanna and I got crepes. I got a crepe with chocolate sauce and a slice of orange, while Hanna got crepes with honey. I chose the chocolate because I have a really big sweet tooth and I was just craving some chocolate. And Hanna chose the honey because it wasn't gonna be too sweet and she didn't want to overindulge during lunch. much. Both crepes were super good, and we expect no less from Morocco. So I got the veggie pizza, and it was so good. There was quite a bit of cheese, which personally was not a problem for me, and the veggies were so fresh. It did not even taste unhealthy. In fact, there was a cheese pull that was pretty magnificent, if I do say so myself.
One of our tour guides was raving about how good the seafood was in Morocco. So when we were at this restaurant, I decided to give it a try, and I ordered the calamari. And let me tell you, it was so delicious. It's different from the Italian calamari you get at restaurants like Jamie's Italian. It feels a lot healthier, even though it is still deep fried. So for dessert, I got the fruit salad. I had it before, and it's pretty simple but delicious. It had pears, apples, oranges, bananas, and it was coated in this simple sugar syrup, which was really delicious.
This tiramisu was not spongy at all. In fact, it was actually frozen, which maybe that's how they do it in Morocco, but it was kind of odd to me. Nonetheless, it tasted good. To summarize Hanna and my experience in Morocco, it was amazing. We loved the food, we loved the culture as a whole, and we are so eager to go back.
But if you're allergic to nuts, do not try argan. I learned I was allergic to argan as a person who's allergic to nuts. Do not try it.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun moment when she got sick. But other than that, Morocco's pretty cool. You guys should definitely go.